There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
It's been a while, but we're finally back for more with the Ultimate Indycar Cup here, this time for the 8th race out of 50 at the Knockhill Racing Circuit over in Dunfermline, Scotland. This is a very puny road course, and of course I think it should make for a relatively exciting race if what we've been seeing so far throughout the course of the season is anything to go by. This is a series so far that has proven they can go racing at just about any circuit you throw at them. I think the only one we're really waiting on to see what they'll do on a small road course, such as the one we're going to be racing at today. So as we get set, why don't we take a ride on board with a couple of these drivers here. But first off, we're going to run through your championship standings, show you where everything kind of lines up. Donovan, of course, still 12 points clear of Brandon Mayhew. Did not have a good run at the USA International Speedway after being collected in a lap 1 incident, looking to potentially improve. And now everybody in this field has gotten some kind of points on the boards. So it is just about time to get things underway, but before we do, obviously want to show you what it is going to be like here around this beautiful little 2-kilometer, 1.3 mile circuit. I want to run aboard the 79 car here for a lap and show you what it's like. Well, that's not quite the way we want in our typical ride-along to go, but it really just does go to show just how difficult of a racetrack these drivers are going to be having to be battling. There you can see Brian Grigsby trying to also throw his way around the final circuit, and I tell you what, turn 1 going to be a real doozy, especially in the early runs here. Want to ride on board with Brian Grigsby just to show you what it's going to be like when these cars dive it down. And then this is just on a one-car pass. Imagine going through there, though, on the opening lap. I would expect to be seeing at least a couple of drivers being kicked off the track at some point throughout tonight's race. But for now, that's going to do it for warm-up. Why don't we move things on over into your Tucson Sound Art starting grid for round 8 of 50. Of course, just waiting for this session to properly get itself clicked on over, but then obviously we are going to be all set, ready to go. So should be a very entertaining run for us then here tonight as this field continues to put on great shows race after race. And now it's time to get a look here at what will be your Tucson Sound Art starting grid for us then here tonight. It's going to be Isaac Clark on pole position with Stephen Colomb beside him. They're the winners of your random draw. Major Dad all the way up in third place with the Josiah Remus down in fourth. Richard Wood is in fifth with Connor Wiggins in sixth. Richard Russell is seventh with Nathan Ormond in eighth. Nathan Christensen is ninth. Hank Hill rounds out the top 10. Angela Lemkin is in 11th. Harold Donovan, points leader, all the way down in 12th place. That will leave Lance Callahan in 13th with Jim Halpert in 14th. Will Parrish is 15th. Ron Dangler is 16th. Roger James is 17th with Dusty Waggles in 18th. Brian Grigsby and Betty Johnson bring up row 10. From there, it's Carter Thompson, Diane Ringler, David Byers, Dwight Schrute, Austin Tyler, Dirk Diggler with Brandon Mayhew and Peter Granson bringing up the rear. So should be a phenomenal race then for us here tonight. As always, these races are brought to you in part by Tucson Sound Art, proud sponsor of the Ultimate Indycar Cup. It's time to go racing here for round number 8. And they are off, thundering down in towards turn number 1. For the first time today, what will these drivers be able to do down through the toughest dip and into McIntyre? Seems like everybody's going to be clean and green through the opening sector of the lap, throwing their way through Butchers into the chicane, down the Brabham straight before they hit Clark for the first time today, and it's Isaac Clark still out in front with the race lead through Clark Curve and down the railway straight, a very curved straight. At that, Richard Wood pulls out to the left, trying to make a move on Josiah Remus in the mad dash down towards the Taylor's hairpin. There's the move, Major Dad to the inside of Isaac Clark. And Major Dad going to go through into the race lead. He will lead the opening lap from us here tonight at the Knockhill International Circuit. Stephen Colon right behind him trying to find a way through. It's too wide still through turn 1 as they duck their way back down the hill. It's a very close fight though. Still fighting it out for third place as well. And I tell you what a thrilling opening lap. Really a testament of skill there that these guys are not making contact despite the tight nature of this circuit. Major Dad, though, off the circuit, and he's into the wall already. Major Dad throwing it away big time, not at all the way he wanted to start his race. Gonna get another look here, just locked it up in a Clark curve, and that's almost a surefire hit into the inside wall. Man, that really has to hurt for Major Dad. Was off to such a great start, but goes to show just how fruitless sometimes your efforts can be. One mistake and you're done for. Bottom right, of your screen, you can see the track map showing where everybody's at the moment. Currently, you've got a top 2 breakaway, Richard Wood, in a fight here with Isaac Clark trying to keep third place with Christian Russell right behind him, side by side into turn 1. Clark's going to take it high. Russell follows him through as well, so Richard Wood will drop 2. Oh, but Wiggins, you saw him at the back of the shot. He's off course and into the wall. Same situation, too much speed, locked it up, went deep face first into the tire barriers. on board with Christian Russell down through turns 1 and 2. He's trying to run down Isaac Clark to try to make up moves. We've also got a few other battles deeper in the field. Looking back towards the likes of Errol Donovan as he has been slipping further and further back as this race has progressed, and so far having a rough time out there just trying to keep things steady. Oh, trouble for Andrew Lemke. He is well off the road. There you see him into the barriers, and he's not the only one. Seems like there may have been a collision here. We'll get a look at the replay on the Raceway Clark curve, way out wide, and just body slams it into the barriers. Oh, and it was one car off. I think that was Will Parrish that went off the course, but he just managed to miss the stricken car. Oh, but now it's Cologne! Cologne and Remus, I think, have come together in a huge way. So drama already kicking off for this race. Dwight Schrute also off the course, but he's going to get it back on without incident. But that is absolutely enormous. Stephen Cologne and Josiah Remus. This is the fight for the lead. Oh, Cologne clipped the curb. They both clipped the curb and then slammed into each other. Just nothing there that Remus can do. They both hopped the curbing there, and that picked the cars up and over, and Josiah Remus just spun into the gearbox of Stephen Cologne. And now Dwight Schrute with some more apparent issues. Slowing. Oh, and he's also going to go almost into the barriers. Just non-stop calamity. Will Parrish was now off the course. He also went hard into the wall. Dirk Diggler, is it the same story? Yes, it is. Hop the curb and swings it out wide. So already you've got a whole host of drivers now that are off the track. There's Cologne, still with a broken front wing. Isaac Clark off course, and now you have another race leader into the wall. Major Dad is having major problems. He's gone off again. He was already collected in a crash once on the day. Gonna try to collect our thoughts here as we continue to cycle our way through. Oh, that's a big wreck over the curbing there. I know Carter Thompson went off course. Isaac Clark went off track. We'll still have to get a look at that. You can see Betty Johnson off the course as well. What in the world happened to Johnson? There's Isaac Clark slamming into the wall, and Johnson, oh, hopped the curb and once again spinning it out into the gravel. And still with a good host of drivers off, and I think, yeah, that'll do it. I think kind of had enough there, race control, so we're going to get a safety car here for this one. Holy cow. Complete and utter calamity in the opening 9 laps of this race. There's one car going into the wall. You see the 24 of Brian Grigsby also stuck. Oh, there was Granson going up and over. Okay, so we're going to get a look at this one here. So we'll start with Brian Grigsby. He goes off, clips the curbs, hops it over. Peter Granson spins off at the same time. And then watch the background. There you can see another driver, Dusty Waggles, I think that was, going off the course. Lance Callahan is stuck. I think I saw Harold Donovan that was not moving either. Oh, and he's going to be collected by Christian Russell, so they are still crashing after the caution has come out. And look at how many cars are already stopped and in pit road. Oh, and Richard Wood just didn't stop. He slammed into the wall. Another one falls victim to the circuit as Hank Hill now picks up the race lead. And Christian Russell, I thought for a minute he was having more struggles of his own, but he managed to get himself back sorted. There you can see the positions of cars on the racetrack, and there's race leader Hank Hill. You've got a good gaggle of lap cars that are just trying to get around the safety car at the moment, understandably so. Goodness gracious. What a ride, and it's not over, as Dwight Schrute, I think, has had some more problems. Oh, there's Austin Tyler. You just saw Austin Tyler stuck in the wall. I'm going to take a wild stab here and say that he swung it out wide, and sure enough, just nosed it in. Trying to catch up to the pace car can sometimes be just as hazardous as getting up to the pace car. You can also still got Schrute off, and whoa, hello. Roger James, oh, don't tell me. Oh yeah, Roger James was already stopped, and oh, Schrute just ran over the nose cone. There was, just hot the curve, swung it around, and here comes Schrute full speed as James tries to back it up out of the gravel trap, and Schrute comes around at speed, nowhere to go. Just hits the nose cone. I mean, what can you realistically do in that type of situation? I am at a complete and utter loss for words as to how this race has gone so wrong and so quickly. Look at how many cars are now trapped a lap down because of this. Get a look at this. This is all of the positions, and look at that. Mayhew's up 20. A lot of drivers down spots. Well, there goes Harold Donovan trying to get a wave by. So a good host of the lap cars just never managed to get around the safety cars they were supposed to, which is why this is being extended. And there you can see, of all things, Stephen Colon still with no back wing, and you can see this is on board with Andrew Lemke. Just how ridiculously out of shape that rear wing is. And you see a winglet around just clinging on for dear life there. I have to be honest, that's one of the wildest sights I think I have seen yet. Lights were out for a brief moment, but then it turns out Roger James never managed to get his lap back, so he has overtaken the safety car. And actually, hang on, that's Roger James in the background here with the busted up front wing, which has still not been repaired. Timing screen's going haywire, just trying to keep track of it all. Oh my lord. This has got to be one of the strangest races I have ever seen. Now, of course, you have the cars that are now laps down being cycled through to the tail end of the safety car. Oh no, these guys also getting wave vibes. What is going on at the moment out here? Well, at least Austin Tyler is going to be making that trip down into pit road, and All right, and they made the call. Safety car in this lap, whether you're in line or not. This is how it's going to be. Heads up, a couple of guys still looking to leave pit road here. This is, oh boy, this is going to get messy in a second here on this restart if this doesn't get sorted. You remember how there was that one incident at USA International Speedway where lap cars had to let somebody by? They never did. Everybody got penalized. Wouldn't that be wild if we got a repeat of that here today? Everybody's still jumbled up. Nobody's really sure where they're supposed to be. Everybody bar one driver, two drivers, are still in pit road or are actually back out on track. Austin Tyler's not sure where he wants to be. You can see the 29 car trying to get back up a lap. It's a bit of a free-for-all at the moment, honestly. That's Ron Dangler, obviously. Well, they're going to keep to their word. Safety cars coming in. And we get set to go back. Green flag racing from Knockhill International Raceway. Immediately the move's made. Hey, Hill goes to the point. They throttle their way. Double file. They get a high-speed pace lap down into turn number 1. And this is where it's going to get wild. Roger James with a busted nose cone. Stephen Colon with a busted rear wing. What is going to happen here? Ron Dangler spins out. He goes off course. He was trying to catch the tail end of the racing line. It wasn't going to happen. Callahan taking the offensive line on Stephen Colon, trying to get by. I mean, that'd be embarrassing if a car with a broken rear wing like that managed to beat you, but Callahan's going to come to pit road. Christian Russell enters as well. But we're still good out on the race course. Hank Hill with a mile-long breakaway, but Stephen Colon with that rear wing is just stacking up everybody in the pack and just letting Hill run away with this, on board with Halpert as he tries to find some way, any way through. Oh, that's deep for Colon, and that's too deep. Halpert goes through, and now he can try to run downhill for the race lead. There goes Brandon Mayhew, goes through as well. Wrangler's going to get through. Christensen and Betty Johnson both want to try and get around as well. And the 29 car stopped on the course. Goodness gracious. No time to even look at that. There's too much going on the race course to even think for a second. Halpert goes off the course and almost goes into the wall, but he keeps it out. And here comes Brandon Mayhew into pit road. Christensen's in as well. Hank Hill, though, off the track. Keeps it on course, thank goodness. Mayhew and Christensen both in for service. And Mayhew getting a repair on the front wing. Roger James still struggling with no front end downforce, just trying to limp that 98 NTT car around and through. Lance Callahan has spun out. There's Hank Hill with his massive lead. Roger James is finally making his excursion into pit road after, I think, what was long overdue. Problems for Betty Johnson. We're going to take a look at this replay. The Husky Chocolate number 8 car having problems as she's, flipped it up and almost gone over. Keeps it steady, keeps it smooth, and I do believe no front wing on Christensen's cars already. The Christensen's efforts have been dashed. Cologne and Halpert are both in pit road at the moment. Trying to find any sort of battle on the course. This is between a pair of lap cars, I'm pretty sure. Dirk Diggler, though. Oh, Brian Grigsby! No, Grigsby having it off as well. Oh, once again, just hopped the curb and this time spun right onto the course, and Austin Tyler going off at the same point. Good gravy. You just can't catch a break at a track like this, as now Russell gets into the wall. I guarantee you, folks, this is going to be one of the most eventful races we have on the entirety of the season. And now it's Dirk Diggler that's in trouble. He was off course, comes back on. Gonna be caught. He's now in the race lead. Josiah Remus is off. He's in the fence. What, pray tell, is going on at the Knockhill International Raceway? Halpert overshoots. And I think he's now beached. Oh, there goes Schrute spinning around up the hill. Dwight Schrute having a huge moment. And what is going on here? What is Josiah Remus doing? I want to get a look at this. He backs up. Halpert gets going, and Halpert just drives him to the side of him. What is going on? Halpert, not sure what the thought process was there, but Halpert takes out both himself and Remus. Orman trying to go up against Brian Grigsby, but you've got Peter Granson trying to find a way through. And Granson multiple laps down, and I think you might just be able to tuck in line. Oh, Orman, look out, on 2 wheels. He manages to wrestle it back, though. Great save for Nathan Orman. Doesn't scroll speed, and now Grigsby off the course, and it's a collision. 3-car collision, and I think that'll do it. Safety car once again being deployed, and they're still crashing. Lemke's involved now. Good grief. Grigsby goes off the course, and then it happened up the road when Peter Granson made hard contact with the back of Nathan Orman right there. They both went around, and it's not over because here comes Andrew Lemke flying in full speed. This is after the safety car was deployed and just careens into the stranded Peter Granson. Good news is the field has caught the pace car relatively quickly this time around. Halfway through Knockhill, and I have a feeling this is not going to be our last safety car of the day. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. and select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Well, the safety car will be coming in this time by, and this could prove to be a very, very hectic restart. There are 6 cars on the lead. Lap Hill leads them with Mayhew second, James third. Cologne Christensen round out the top 5. Dirt Diggler, the last car on the lead lap. Everybody else in pit road. 25th place, Dusty Waggles, and now Christian Russell are both going to be struggling to catch up to the pace car. I doubt they'll get there in time. A good deal of lap traffic still in each other's way at the back of the field, which will make this a unique restart, safe to say. It's been a action-packed race so far. I think the biggest meme of a race I've ever seen, and it's about to get wilder. Pace car down and in, this time by Hank Hill. Going to be in charge as we come back to the green flag. Down the hill, first time on this green flag run. Hank Hill still stays out in front of Brandon Mayhew up through the chicane. Out of the Brabham straight down to Clark curve. Mayhew wants to find a way through. Hank Hill not going to make it easy. Top 4 still under a second. Slamming on the binders. Hill keeps it in time, manages to not make mistakes. Mayhew, though, better on the exit. Has the overspeed. Trying to go to the right. And takes the lead into turn 1. Phenomenal overtake there from Brandon Mayhew. Took charge. Oh, he's wrecked immediately. Brandon Mayhew out of the race as he goes slamming into the barriers. You have got to be joking. Mayhew takes the lead, immediately messes it up and slides out, and he does connect with the tire barriers. I have a feeling this is going to be a race to forget for racers aplenty. You still got battles everywhere you look. Major Dad going up against Connor Wiggins into turn 1. He'll hang on. While Christensen takes a brief off-road excursion, the top 3 also. Oh, look out! James gets up there. Cologne collects. They both make contact. They're going to get it rolling. But a wild, wild incident for Cologne and Roger James. Josiah Rivas is trying to find a way up through the order. He's trying to get by that red 41 of Lance Callahan. But Isaac Clark going to be playing interference. There's also this scrap further down the field between Lemke, Russell, and Thompson. But good luck trying to find them. Roger James catching them to Cologne, who's now got a busted front wing thanks to that incident. Once he gets up to him, I imagine that Roger James will make quick work of Cologne as Isaac Clark takes a tow back to pit road. Uh-oh, somebody just gone off. You heard in the background, and there it is. Dirt Diggler again with problems. Ouch. Oh, he might not be the only one here. This is race leader Hank Hill. What happened to Hill? Oh, is this going to be a flip? No, it is not. Almost is, but 360 save. Good job on Hank Hill for wrestling that car under control. Behind them, Remus gets by Callahan. Diane Ringler wants to find a way past as well. Roger James also making the move to get by Stephen Colon. That was down into the final corner. Christensen is off the track, and I have to say, almost not surprised at this point as to where that is. On board with Cologne as they catch lap traffic. Make short work there of Diane Ringler as Cologne continues to try to fight for that second place again. Lance Callahan has crashed. Hank Hill. Oh no! Hill's into the barrier. Slides it out, and that's the wall. And that will be crusade over for Hank Hill. Not going to be getting his first win today. Lance Callahan now with another wreck over Clark. And yeah, sure enough, and he wasn't the only one. That's a, whoa, hello, big ride. Big crash there. Carter Thompson, I think that was. Might have been Diane Ringler. Oh my, that was a enormous accident. Gonna get a look, and yeah, it was a big flip, and the Havoline machine goes over and comes to rest on his roof just by the tire bundles. Roger James has the lead. Oh, there goes Granson off. Might actually have been Shrewd. Not quite sure who that was in the background that went off, but Roger James now holds the lead. Harold Donovan is off and into the wall. What is happening is, I think, the only appropriate way you could describe any of this. Mayhew's up and over, and we get our fourth safety car of the race. Big crash there for Brandon Mayhew. We will get the replay. Whoops, up and over, clipped the curve and just dug in, and over he goes. Good grief, and this is where we cut to with this angle. Just hopped the curb, and it was the left rear. Yeah, right there, dug in on the gravel, and that just kicked the DHL number 3 into the air and over. Oh, don't tell me Cologne's off the track. Cologne is off the track under the safety car, and that is a big incident as well. Once again, just that curve has just bit everybody today. Slid it out wide. Did a good job to keep that thing out of the barrier. To the point now where our trap map can't even load because of everything that's going on. You got Halbert off the road, and what is going on here? I think that's Dusty Waggles. No, it's actually not. There's been a huge collision somewhere. We will do our hardest to find it. Oh, there it was! Major Dad going for a roll. And watch everybody behind. Clark got into it. Hank Hill had damage. Dusty Waggles got in it. Lemke had to stop. And at this point, everybody is slowing up. Nobody's quite sure where to go, what to do. The 73, I think, made a little bit of contact. Roger James just escaped. And drivers in the pit road for what will potentially be that final time today. I'm honestly a bit speechless. I'm not quite sure what to do as our overlay has to reset itself. And what do you say with a race like this? Once again, look at your positions, and I think it's a miracle that Clark is down 2 laps and is up in 5th place, but he is now out of the car as well. This is just a bit of a cluster. I mean, nobody knows what is going on, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be able to figure out what's going on. You got all these guys trying to get around the safety car, which they have done, and I think James has to wait on a couple more as well. He's actually going to be making a trip into pit road as well. So that explains now why he was going so slow. He was going to make a stop and go, probably a splash and dash, and now he is out and once again on the move. And all the way back here is Stephen Colon, who is also still struggling to catch up to the field. Oh, this time nobody clips the cars, but I think Cologne might be shuffled out here to the rear of the field. Oh, never mind, it's just Brandon Mayhew wanting to get through. And there's Roger James in front of Cologne, and actually it's Roger James now that has to go to the back, and I think that's an end of the longest line penalty for Roger James. It is. Entering close pit road, I think it was. So Cologne's now got the race lead, and he's going to have it by several seconds. I doubt James will be able to get there in time, personally. Oh, well, he'll get there if that happens. Major Dad just running into him, and it's chaos. I mean, it is just chaos back here. Look at this. Oh, they're still flying in. What is going on? At Knockhill, this is just, it's chaos. And that is the only way to describe this. This is pure, unadulterated chaos. Just slams straight into the race leader. And then just parks it. And here comes everyone else just driving in. One after the other. Full speed. Here comes the second part of the field. Also trying to catch up. Donovan gets into it and clogs the way. What on earth happened here to make this? Cologne's off the track. I'm pretty sure he's got no clue what's going on. A whole host of drivers is out. Betty Johnson is the first car that's actually clean, or looks clean at the moment. But she's a lap down. If Cologne pits, though, then I guess the possibility is there. Lights are still on. It's 5 laps to go this time by, I think. Everybody's just trying to figure out where are we supposed to be? Cologne's hanging it really tight to the left-hand side, and I am pretty sure he's pitting. Betty Johnson could potentially become the next leader here if Cologne's in the pits for a long period of time. And she's a lap down. Never before have I ever seen something unfold quite like this. Oh no, she's not the leader. Roger James is out of pit road. He managed to actually beat her out. Oh, but it's not over because there's somebody, yep. Look at Granson. Trying to rejoin, but there's no room to do that. Oh, and Cologne managed to make it out as well. I believe they're going to let the field go here. Roger James trying to catch up, and no, they will not. Last minute call made to hold the start. But the call will be made for the safety car to come in this time by. So the safety car will be in this lap. Stephen Cologne is coming out onto the circuit with the race lead. Roger James is in second, 2 seconds behind, and trying to close up quickly. Betty Johnson is the last car on the lead lap, down in third. There's a race leader. Lap cars are not being waved around and think as fast as they might like, so this is how it's going to line up because of all the EOL penalties that have gone out. I'm at a loss for words. I honestly do not know what's happening. I don't think the drivers on the track know what's happening. I don't think the pace car driver knows what's happening. Everybody's still scrambling to find themselves, but it is not going to happen, not nearly in time. Pace car is coming down, and then this time by Orban, I believe, is going to be the control car. We're back to green. Norman was the control car, so a lap car is off and away. 3 last sprint. There's Cologne. Roger James is right behind him. You see him several cars back, trying to just survive at this point. But with a very slow moving Isaac Clark in front, this entire field is going to get checked up in a huge way. Betty Johnson has gone down a lap after Cologne just put her a lap down. Oh no, Orman's off the course, he's in the wall. So's Andrew Lemke. They both overshoot and go into the turn 6 wall. And Halpert's in a pit road. Oh no, don't tell me it's happened again. I think it has. It's calamity at the closing laps as Cologne and James both in a pit road. Betty Johnson is still on the race course. Was a lap down, trying to sprint around to beat them out of pit road as it's a penalty for not letting cars through in time. They let it slide the first time. They were not about to let it slide again. Betty Johnson circling her way around the race course. Closing in. Can Cologne and James get out in time? It's going to be 2 to go this time by. Oh, but she's having to come into pit road. What? is happening right now? Isaac Clark has stuffed it in about the biggest way possible. Oh, wow, he just did not even try to slow down properly, and actually, it's quite satisfying how he knows that one in. So this is essentially a race of who can get out of pit road first. Betty Johnson, allegedly, at this point, has the race lead. Stephen Colon is in second place. Roger James is third. We're technically still 3 laps to go. You got cars laps down that are still racing. Hank Hill at the moment is, if these guys don't get out of pit road in time, Hank Hill from 3 down could potentially come back to win this one. I will say this has been an impressively long time in pit road. Jim Halpert is going to be the next driver to leave the lane. Typically, cars leave that pit stop in Delta on the bottom after 75 seconds. We're going to let it play out here. Cologne's going to be the first one out. Cologne finally allowed to leave after serving his penalty. Back out on the racetrack. Betty Johnson and Roger James will only be able to watch. All Cologne's got to do is cruise and take an easy W. Obviously wants to put as much of a gap between himself and the others as possible in case something happens. We're not even going to focus on Dwight Schrute off in the final corner as Betty Johnson, the second driver to leave pit lane, 26.8 seconds back. And now, finally, Cologne will take 2 laps to go. After going a lap down, Roger James is now allowed to leave. Cologne's going to lap Donovan here. And we'll take that final lap. And at long last, the race is official. 1 lap left to go. Donovan lunges for it, trying to unlap himself, and I imagine Cologne's not going to be very happy with that. Only Nathan Ormond leaves the car that could potentially stop Cologne's charge as he thunders down the final straight for the last time today. And into the hairpin. At long last, the wildness and action of it all can come to an end as Stephen Cologne comes out of the last corner, winning round number 8 at Knockhill. What a roller coaster of a race, and honestly, that has to be one of the wildest races I have ever seen, and it's not over. Halpert and Remus getting into it together. Halpert runs out wide. Oh, body slams the wall. And Remus just follows in his tire tracks right into the wall. Just waiting now on one more driver to come home, and then finally we can put this race behind us and take a breather. Holy cow, what a drive. And with that, it is finally time to go over our race results from tonight in a race where nobody is really sure what we've just seen. Stephen Colon wins the Demolition Derby with Betty Johnson down in second. Roger James is in third. Jim Halpert is fourth. Brandon Mayhew is in fifth. Hank Hill is sixth. Isaac Clark is in seventh. Nathan Christensen is eighth. Nathan Ormond is ninth. Peter Granson rounds out the top 10. Josiah Remus is in 11th. Christian Russell is in 12th with Lance Callahan in 13th. Major Dad in 14th. You are going to be having the likes of Carter Thompson in 15th. Lemke 16th. Dingler 17th. Schrute brings up 18th place. From there, you got Connor Wiggins, Harold Donovan, Brian Grigsby, Ron Dangler, David Byers, Dusty Waggles, Dirt Diggler, Will Parrish, Austin Tyler, and Richard Wood bring up the field. And now we are set to close here from Knockhill. Take a look at how your point standings shake up. Donovan finally usurped from the throne, but Mayhew doesn't take it up either. Colon, with this win, puts himself into the points lead. 1 point up from Brandon Mayhew. This title fight, right back into it. That's all the time we got for one day. We'll see you all for round number 9 of more Ultimate IndyCar Cup presented by Tucson Sound Art.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ancia, your art never sounded so good.